Hello everyone, this is Wrestling Watcher, a YouTube channel that's about watching professional wrestling. So the street fight, Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. You know, Rhea Ripley is massively over. When her entrance music comes on, she gets a huge pop. She's at that face of the company level of over where she could really be on the front of every poster and no one would say a word. She's over like Rover, I would say. You know, Raquel Rodriguez, it was interesting. She didn't get much of a response when she came out. She got a little bit, but not much. But she has a very unique physical presence about her, a very unique physical charisma that makes me think she could get to that level. I mean, she is, because you just watch her entrance and she looks like a star, she moves like a star. She's just not getting that reaction yet. But I think she will. I think she can. You know, this is a very physical match. Very physical. I think, you know, Raquel Rodriguez took a lot of the offense, I think. I would say at least was 65-70% of the offense went to Raquel. It made her look strong. I think the interference from Roxanne Perez was an interesting call. You know, it seems to make sense to me that Raquel and Liv are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. It would make sense to me to just, since Liv Morgan is out with the injury, to just put the second belt onto Roxanne. That would make the most obvious sense, but I guess they're not doing that yet to build up tension, to build up to where that particular story is going to go. You know, I think, going into this match, I thought it would have been an interesting move to give Raquel Rodriguez the win. I thought if she would have got the win, it could have really made her a bigger star. Just a huge win over Rhea Ripley would do that, but I understand protecting Rhea. I understand Rhea getting the win. You know, she's over, man. She's over like Rover, and giving her the win just keeps her over and keeps her on top, and it builds tension going forward to see where she goes, especially with SummerSlam pending, right? Now, with Roxanne Perez interfering and attacking Rhea, would that be a match you go to next? Maybe. That's definitely something you could go with. You know, do you have Rhea go for the title again? That's certainly something you could go with. You know, another thing too would be, what if you put that tag team title on Roxanne Perez? You have Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez challenge Rhea to get a mystery partner for SummerSlam to go for the tag titles. That's another direction you could go with as well. The finish came when Rhea Ripley hit a riptide on Raquel Rodriguez off of a table in the corner. That looked dangerous. That looked unsteady. This was a good street fight, I thought. And I understand why it needed to be a street fight. It allows Roxanne Perez to interfere without a disqualification. So you're creating a story there, and I think it's going to be, I would guess it's for the Women's Tag Team Championships. You know, look, Rhea could challenge for that Women's Intercontinental Championship. She could challenge for the Women's World Championship. Wherever you put Rhea at this point, the story is going to be over. It's going to get the proper TV time to build. You know, that's not the issue. I think it's the Women's Tag Team Championship at this juncture. I think that would be the interesting move to make going into SummerSlam. Would that match happen at SummerSlam? Or would you do it at like a Saturday night's main event, which I believe is July 12th, a couple weeks from now? You could do it there if that's the direction you want to go with. But now, this was a good, solid match. You know, from a booking point of view, I think I might have given Raquel Rodriguez the win to make her look more like a monster. Even if it was from interference from Roxanne Perez, I would have maybe tried to elevate Raquel with this. I think I would have gone in that direction, but look, Rhea Ripley is the top women's star, arguably, in the entire company, if not the entire world, in the world of professional wrestling, so you can't really complain when she gets the win. But that's all for this one, guys. Thank you.